So one day I was just chilling and I got an email from this lady that said she was from Gymshark, and I was like, alright, epic. And she said she wanted to send me a package of clothes, and then I said, alright, here's my size, shipping address. Then I was like, do you want me to like promote them, send a link or anything? And she never responded. They just got bored and sent me clothes. Here they are. So I was gonna record just right here in the like kitchen / living room, but the back door is right there, and Bella won't calm down, and when I leave them inside and I record, they go even crazier. We're gonna relocate again, see what happens. And I used to have a tripod, but I must have lost it a long time ago, so here's the tripod for this clip. Oh, this is epic. You know, I probably should have got a knife, but I guess, yeah, I'm getting a knife. Hey, that worked out pretty well. So I guess I got a gym bag, and the one I use now is actually an old suitcase type bag that's meant for like traveling, and it's falling apart. So this is kind of epic. And this isn't sponsored at all, it's literally for no reason, so I guess I can say whatever I want about it. So let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. We got that, and that, and that, whatever that is. So between now and the last clip, it's been like 4 days. I'm like on a knee to film this. So my first review of the Gymshark clothes was pretty bad because they all fit kind of weird, except for the joggers. The joggers are pretty sick. So I was like, dude, I should refilm this. But one thing that you guys might notice is my sick nails. So I was at my Whammon's house. I have one of those again. And she's in cosmetology school, and she's like, hey, I need to practice doing nails. Can I practice on you? And I was like, sure. Better come off after. And then she was like, yeah, I'll take them off, whatever. I have nail polish remover. Well, she puts them on, you know, makes them all pretty. And then I'm like, alright, take this off. So she goes to the bathroom, and then she comes back and says, you're not gonna like this, but I guess I don't have any. So now I'm stuck like this. So this is the jacket and shirt. Coco. Literally as I was recording, she gets a water bottle, bites off the cap, and makes a mess. What, you want a drink or something? There you go. Okay, put that over there. So as I was saying, the jacket fits pretty well, but when you zip it up, for some reason, it like brings it up a few inches. That kind of annoyed me, but other than that, it's fine. And then we have this tank top, and I don't like how big it is, like on the bottom half. I wish it was tapered, but other than that, it makes me like look jacked, like more than I already am, which is kind of crazy. And then we got the little joggers. They're pretty epic. And I'm not gonna put on the sleeveless hoodie because this is actually one of my favorite things they sent me. I think the joggers and this hoodie are the best, but I will admit they could be better quality. They feel kind of low quality. If I would spend $60 on this, I'd be kind of upset. But the reason I'm not gonna throw this bad boy on is because I was washing my car, and then I guess I forgot that I left the hoodie on the porch, and it rained last night, and now it's just soaked. But yeah, my original review was pretty bad because I didn't like the way this was like so loose. I didn't like the way that felt. Then I was like, you know what, I'll give him a chance. I'll field test him, as in do some arms in him. And then they made me look jacked. It was really weird. I guess like out of 10, Gymshark is like a 6.5. Their quality could just be better. But yeah, now I guess back to the clips from 3 days ago, and then after those clips, it'll be the clip from tomorrow of this day. This video is just really out of order. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on this thing, but the Gymshark package isn't what matters, okay? It just literally randomly came in, and I was like, hey, I'll throw it in the video. OMG, it like totally matches my eyes. Wow. Now the thing that matters that came in, actually just came in as I was checking the like shipment thing. It said it was en route, but it didn't say delivered. But then my dad said, hey, look in the garage, and I was like, oh, epic, they're here. Alright, it's a pretty big package. Whoa. Whoa. I wonder what it could be. We got that bad boy popped open. Now we're gonna pop this one open, and I'm gonna tell you guys what this is and why it's so epic. Oh, I guess it just opens on this side, okay. So if you know cars at all, you can probably take one look at this and know exactly what this is. But for those of you that don't know, I'm gonna take them out of the box and show you. So for you non-car people, I'm gonna try to make this pretty easy to understand. Or at least try, because I'm kind of retarded when it comes to this. So these are my stock headers. You see these little metal things, okay? Those are the stock headers, right? And then, I don't know how I'd be able to show you guys, but somewhere in there's the catalytic converters, or CATs, as it's abbreviated as, because I don't want to say the full word. And so what I did is I bought 1 7/8 inch, I think, full-length headers, and then a 3-inch X-pipe, whatever those things do. And then we have the little extended O2 sensors. I think those are called gaskets or something. I said I'm retarded, okay, don't roast me. And then they came these little clamp things, whatever those do. So right now it is Thursday, May 2nd, and I don't get them installed until Wednesday, so I have to wait like 6 days to drop off my car. And the estimated horsepower gain from this is 60, and I think to the crank or whatever, the stock Corvette, it's like 400 horsepower, 400 torque, so this would put it up to the crank as like 460 each-ish, whatever. And then to the wheels, I think it's like 350, 360-ish, and then maybe go up to 400 or 410, something like that. So either way, with the headers, X-pipe, and tune, it'll be about 60 horsepower more. So I got everything put back until Wednesday whenever it gets installed and stuff. But all the little pieces I had to put in the Gymshark bag because I don't know how I'd fit them back in there because I tried and it didn't work. But right now I'm going to go with Tanner and Dylan to go take some Instagram pictures, and I'm going to go ahead and vlog that because I don't do anything interesting, so I don't know what to vlog. So if you want to watch all of that, just keep watching the video, and if you don't, I'll put a timestamp somewhere in this clip to where the car stuff begins again.
Wow, Dylan's putting his clothes in the back.
So the plan is to go to a little town in the middle of nowhere and take some sick pics. The really awesome car that's like really fast and exotic, and then just that normal little sports car. We were just driving and then these kids all started screaming and went, "It's a Lamborghini Huracan!"
Rev it, Tanner!
Come on. Come on. This kid loves it. We were about to leave and the whole squad rolled up. So we stopped to take some pictures, and this little guy and all of his little friends joined. And so we're stealing their bikes and putting them in between our cars.
Meanwhile.
So lately it's been storming a lot. It's about 6 in the morning. I've been up since around 5:30 doing this. And I guess sometime last night our sump pump failed and our basement has been slowly flooding. Like it's not really bad or anything. It's just that hole gets filled up and then it would slowly start creeping out here. So originally, we had the shop vac soaking up water, we'd unplug it, I'd run all the way upstairs, dump it out, bring it all the way back down, and we would hook it back up. But now we have this other pump with a hose that just runs out that window, and originally, we turned it on, the water started shooting out, and the water weighed down this part of the hose, pulled it back into the basement, and then just started spraying water everywhere. So it was draining down into there. I don't want to open the window to show you because it's holding that. So it was draining down into there and there, a little fire escape. But then we put an extension to make it go up and out. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not the roads are all flooded and I can even get my Corvette to the shop today. So the original plan is I would take the Corvette, Tanner would take the Jeep, I'd put all the parts in the Jeep, and then Tanner would follow me to the shop, I'd drop off the Corvette and all the parts, we'd both get in the Jeep, we'd come back home, and then I'd go to my girlfriend's school so she could cut my hair for her test. So, moral of the story, I kind of needed the Jeep today with Tanner driving it, but whenever it rains really hard, it floods his neighborhood pretty bad to where they can barely even get out of the neighborhood. So we're now on the way to drop off my car. Tanner's behind me. And thankfully, he was able to get out of his neighborhood. Otherwise, I'd have to have my brother follow me, and he did not feel like he was in the mood for that, so that would have been a goof. So Tanner, big thanks for following me right now. You're just such a good boyfriend. I'm just so thankful that you're doing this. And also what I found kind of funny is whenever I was loading the headers and stuff into the back of the Jeep, a cop drove by and I just looked at him and I was like, huh, you're gonna pull me over for these boxes one day. So I guess I didn't map it out very well because I just drove my Corvette, a low sports car, through water that even some SUVs were avoiding. Because I noticed whenever we were getting close to it, the right lane was super deep, so I was like, okay, I'll just avoid the right lane. I got in the left, and I was like, okay, the left is still pretty deep. So I just drove like in the center, like turning lanes where it was the most shallow. I just left it in first, and I was like, dude, you know what? We're going for it, whatever. We're just gonna hope it works.
We're literally driving in a flood, and Quentin's up there. I will shit my pants if he makes it through this in his Corvette. I'm in his Jeep right now, following him so he can go get it modded. No way. Did he actually do it? How did you do that?
So the car's dropped off, and you love driving the Jeep, didn't ya?
Yeah, your steering wheel's fucking disgusting.
So like, I don't know why, whenever it's like moist and kind of cold outside, look at my sick nails, like it's really sticky and it'll rub off on your hands, so you have to hold it on this part to avoid the stick, but that's not very safe. I almost crashed. So the road I drove through the Corvette in is now closed because of how deep it was. The guy I bought the car from, my mechanic, his shop is right across from that, and he texted me right after and said, "Did you just go through high water in your Corvette?" And then I was like, yeah. I'm taking my car to him on Friday because both my turn signals need looked at anyway. And so then I texted him, I said, "Good thing I'm taking it in Friday. You got more stuff to look at and see if it needs fixed." Oh, sick. This is so backed up. But yeah, that is what I drove through. Oh, I was doing a clip, dude. Well, I am now back in the car, and I feel like absolute doo-doo because I had a 4-serving Monster can on an empty stomach, and it didn't feel good. So now I need to go back into Wichita after dropping Tanner off in Augusta at his car because my whammon is gonna give me a haircut for a test for his school. And we still have to take this detour on this little road, super slow. And it was even slower because a semi was trying to turn, I think, left, either onto or out of this road, something, I don't know. And no one would let him turn, and he was too stubborn just to turn the other way and turn around somewhere, that he had the whole entire street backed up, all the way to the light, and then back even farther. Just because either someone wouldn't let him turn, or because he was too stubborn to just turn a different way. Today has just been a big oof. This is how backed up the traffic is. The town is way back there, and this is how backed up it is. So I just got my hair cut from my whammon for her test. I was the first person she's given a real haircut to, like the first real person, not like a little doll head. And it actually turned out pretty epic. Wow, it only took 2 hours. But I'm now gonna go into the shop and I'll record a little bit of the install for you. They had to move that little guy so my little guy could go in.
Make money, take money, earn, crack money, drug money, bail money. Heard they got life for me, how they got life for me when they took that from me. Since I had my nose, yeah.
House full of kilos, soul pounds of zeros. Cocaine my hero, you ain't fake side getting Debo. Always asking what to learn like. Young home still freeload. Don't fly around my signal. I'll rearrange your dinner. Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. Don't fly around my signal. I'll rearrange your dinner. Could be my house, you act disciple, or I'm liable.
So this hole is under my car. I think I scraped a little bit too hard. And as you can see, my car is properly on the lift. Unlike Chris's S2000.
The car not even working. If I even touch this paint on the front fender, everything's gonna fall apart.
Disciple, or I'm liable. You get the eyeball, aim out the eyeball. I'm getting violent.
Make money, take money, earn, crack money, drug money, bail money. Heard they got life for me, how they got life for me when they took that from me. Since I had my nose, yeah.
So I won't be able to film the install of the headers in the X-Pipe because it's gonna take another like 4 hours till it's done. So I guess that was more of a de-installation than an installation little edit, but I do have some good news. Well, good news for me, because you guys don't have to wait for this, but I'll have to wait for this because I'm filming in real time, you know, you're just watching a little video. He'll have it running around 8 o'clock tonight, so that's a full day before I thought I'd be able to hear it. So after the gym and everything, I'll probably come stop by, I'll be like, hey, let's hear this bad boy. So it's a little bit later, got done at the gym and all that good stuff. I'm with my whammon, but she doesn't like being on camera because she's kind of camera shy. I made her be in one of my streams and she didn't like it. But I'm pretty sure my car should be within like 10 minutes of being done because apparently I bought the wrong O2 sensor with the kit and they need to fix that. So this is the old pipe, the old cat, and the old header.
Well, the exhaust manifold, and then that's your old X-pipe, if you want to call it, or H-pipe technically, and then one of your old exhaust manifolds underneath it, yeah. So
If you want the science words, there they are. And then these are the old pipes I've had for my muffler delete compared to the new pipes I just got. And then as you can see, the headers go straight into the X pipe and all the way up to the engine. So the plan for today is to wait until it's tuned and then do some pulls. But for now, we're gonna do a little cold start. Oh, I think it's ready to get this first cold start as a straight pipe. And we're also in this enclosed area, so it's gonna be super epic. He's gonna be the one starting it. She's gonna be the one recording it. She's still scared of the camera, so that's all you guys get to see. So we finally made it to the dyno appointment. There's my car waiting to get started on. Hey, So we were sitting in Tanner's car. He needed gas and I needed pizza.
I got gas.
And then we were listening to music, just kind of jamming, and then I hear this big old roar. And it was this little guy getting ready to go onto this big guy. Apparently that pull is only to 4,000 RPMs because they gotta do a bunch of words. I don't remember what he said.
We got some gear issue for the dyno. Once you do that, you can actually read the horsepower torque numbers. So we're actually getting ready to make a full pull now.
My body was shaking. I told you to cover your set that camera up, cover your ears.
Once I got halfway through the pull, I was like, no, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing. It's my car, I need to listen. And then they got to the end and I had to cover this ear and hold the camera with this hand and ow. So they said that first run was really low in power because it was running really lean, so it wasn't pushing that much power. Too bad, but not too good. I'm not gonna record any more pulls because that one
That hurt my
sucked.
ears and I had my hands are broken.
Yeah, he set his phone up so he could cover his ears, but I was recording on my camera and my phone, so both my hands were busy. And eventually it got to the point to where it didn't get any louder, it just hurt my head more. Like, I feel like my ears were maxed out and it was just bumping off
You
like
couldn't hear any more frequencies. You're just like, it hurt so bad.
So I'm now back at Jordan's shop. He's the guy that owns the place. And so my car sounds insane. Oh, by the way, the dyno numbers are pretty low because I have 2 fixes I need to do and then it should get better. And I wanted to tune it rich so that I could get some flame action. But he said no. He said, that'd be really bad for your engine. I'm not letting you do that. Instead, they just wanted to tune it so that it runs well with the headers, not just so it makes a lot of power. I think I'll have him explain it. And there's also a couple things that I noticed while driving it, which is what they're here fixing now. My temperature gauge would go from like 200 to 0, and then it start freaking out in between. And then my coolant thing is like a little loose or something, so it says the level is low. So they're gonna fix that. And the funniest part is that my car doesn't start unless I have it floored. Because I think he said it's trying to put too much gas into the engine or whatever whenever I'm trying to start it, so I have to completely open it up so that it doesn't or something. Conclusion is, whenever I start it, it's like literally me revving it at max level. But we haven't got to my favorite part of this shop. That was my car. Here's my favorite part of this shop. Come here. You good boy. You good boy. Yeah. He just sits here at the front door and greets whoever comes in, and they even rescue their daggos. They don't buy them, they rescue. Oh, you good boy. This is Jordan. He's the one that owns the shop and fixed my car just now.
So this is Quentin's Corvette. We did a long tube-header install, and then we did an aftermarket custom tune using Just Tune out of Kansas City and HP Tuners. We made right around 400 wheel horsepower. We also did brand new plugs, wires, and a Canadian air filter. I own and operate Manning Automotive out of Wichita, Kansas. We do a lot of aftermarket performance upgrades. If you look behind us, we've got a Corvette that we did gears, fast intake on, and long tubes. And then we've got a Saleen Mustang that we're doing air ride suspension on. We've got a Hellcat in that we're going to make about 1,000 wheel horsepower. And then we've got a Subaru WRX that's actually an STI swap. So it's kind of what we perfect in. We do a lot of cool shit a lot. This one went really well, so Quentin will be able to enjoy the louder car, faster car, better driving car all around.
And just to clear up the dyno thing, me and him had a talk. I was like, you said almost 400, but it said 350. Like, what do you mean? And so apparently that dyno has always read super low, and they use it more for tuning than finding the actual horsepower. They just want to tune it so the car can run decently. And so what we're doing tomorrow is adding a new air filter, because I guess my current one was restricting the car a little bit, so I'm gonna say make 400 to the wheel, because he said that it should be 380 with what we've done, and then that should add another 20. Don't ask me how, I'm not a genius. So I'm gonna start saying 400 to the, and 450 to the motor. I'm just gonna say it. So that's it for today, and then tomorrow I gotta show everybody the car. I'm gonna show my friend Zach today because we're meeting at the gym. And I'm also gonna show my Whammon because I gotta go pick her up, and we're gonna go to the gym together and meet Zach there. She's probably gonna hate it, but whatever. And I also took one of my friends for a ride already. You guys probably know him. He taught Tanner how to drive manual in the Hellcat, or just let him drive his Hellcat. And he said that he doesn't like it. It's too loud and too raspy. And then my friend Zach, he's like, dude, are we gonna ride the Truckvette? Because he said it sounds like a truck if it's straight piped. And honestly, I really like the way it sounds below 4,000 RPM. Because below 4,000, if I downshift at all, literally anywhere from 1 to 3, it pops and crackles like crazy, just at a low RPM. So the low RPMs I love, but the higher RPMs, I don't really like the sound of it because it's pretty raspy and just not very clean sounding, but it's really loud and obnoxious, and I find that hilarious. So all in all, I like how it ended up. And also, I really like Jordan. He's a cool dude. I memed on him a lot, and he took it pretty well. And then I guess on top of that, he made my car work, so that's also pretty epic. And I need to take my car to a different shop now, the shop that I always take it to for like normal maintenance, because the turn signals need looked at. They needed to go in like a few days ago anyway. I made sure to schedule it after I got everything done, because I want to film the reaction from the guy I bought it from, because I feel like it'll be kind of funny. So he's the one I bought it from, and you need to come right here. And you just need to stand here and just stay there. What do you think?
It's a little obnoxious.
Which is perfect.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah, my ears are ringing.
So the turn signals are gonna take longer than I thought to get done. So he's like, hey, you want me to just give you a ride home? And I was like, okay. And we're gonna be whipping it in this bad boy. So we got like 2 minutes on the road, and I guess I'm driving this massive machine. We'll see what happens. So one way to tell if my car got faster is to race my friend in his Camaro, because we've raced a ton before the headers, and hopefully I beat him a lot more than I used to. I also just noticed this one thing that's kind of fun. I am so glad my car isn't lowered still. Oh, I gotta really put this camera at a weird angle. So there are the headers, right there, and they stick down pretty far. So if my car was still lowered, I would literally rub a hole in the headers. Dude, they're so shiny, wow. We're heading to the pond because we need to do some work there, and Tanner's gonna record a few flybys and say, what do you think?
Dude, give me that camera.
Do you know how to work it? It's pretty big. It's a G7X.
Oh, no. I haven't had one of these in
5 years.
5 years. Go fast.
Okay.
I'll record it.
Ready?
Yeah, with the
Don't
camera.
tell the cops.
I won't.
All
I'm
right.
telling them. It's too freaking loud. It just smells like gasoline. It's probably windy because this window. I'm sorry. It's so loud. I hope you guys can hear this like I can. Yeah.
I'm at Zach's house. That's his Camaro. He's never once beat me in a race because he's slow. So both of our cars are manual, so neither of us can record, and we don't have a third person to help record. And depending on how this goes, it'll determine whether or not my car actually got faster. And I'll come with a conclusion in a little bit. So, what is your exhaust? We're gonna compare. Do you not know?
Hold on.
You don't remember?
Borla.
Just full Borla? No, nothing else? No muffler deletes?
No, it's Corvette.
It's a-
Mine's legal in the United States.
It's a catback. What does that mean?
catalytic converter, which you got rid of those bad boys as well. I have cats and a muffler. I think. Either one or two mufflers.
And now for the real show. So we just got done derping. Ew. Ew. Yeah. And so usually when we race, it takes until 90 for me to start pulling away from him. But this time it happened instantly, so I guess I'm a lot quicker. How did it sound whenever I would be in front of you or do a pull by you?
Like I was at a drag track and I have a headache and I rolled up my windows.
How'd it smell? Smell like gas. Dude, I think I get high every time I drive now.
It's like you're mowing the grass, you know, and you get a little gas on you, filling up the little weed whacker thingy-majig. That's what it smells like.
The lawnmower?
Yes, rich.
So I almost forgot, I need to show two more people, which are my parents. Because they already didn't like how loud my car was with just the muffler delete. And it's been a few days, I'm always out of the house now, so they haven't heard it yet. So this will be interesting.
We're gonna be stars.
You ready?
No, I don't know. Okay. Loud. Yeah, it was too loud.
I don't,
That hurt my ears.
okay.
Did you not like it? Was it too loud?
My younger days I would like it, but not right now.
I will like it unless you get pulled over by police.
Oh, I will. Leave a like if you liked it.